Now that we are done with the logging in and registration using Passport Local, and that is username and password, we are going to integrate social login by using Google. So in this section, we are going to focus on Google OAuth. So let's see the flow, how we are going to implement that. And we are going to use Passport with a different strategy, and that is Google OAuth. If you click on the strategies and then search for Google, and we have these types: Google OAuth and OAuth 2.0 and OAuth 1, and we are going to use the popular one, and that is a Google OAuth version 2 or 2.0. So let's see the flow. First of all, we need to install the strategy, and then the usage, we will go ahead and then configure it using this code. And like I said, that by default, Passport uses what is called express session. But since we want to improve the authentication security, we are going to use JSON Web Token instead of the session. So let's see the flow, how we are going to log in using Google OAuth. Let me show you the brief summary how it's going to work. First step is that we need to configure the Google OAuth. And then after that, we are going to create an endpoint where the user will click on. So after clicking on, it's going to open a form called consent form. And this consent form is where the user is going to enter his or her email to log in into Google, but not into our application. And we will go ahead and create an account on Google Developer Console by using the API called Google Plus API. And over there, we are going to set what is called callback URL. And this is where after the user is logged in into Google, then Google is going to redirect that user to our application based on the callback that we set into Google. And we can specify the properties that we want from the user upon configuring our callback URL inside Google Console. And after the user has been redirected into our application using the callback URL, we are going to generate a token and then save it into the cookies of our application. So as you can see, it follows the same principles for the local login in. The difference here is the way we log in over here. But after logging in, the concept of creating the token is going to be the same. So now that we know the flow, how it's going to work, the first step is that let's go ahead and then configure the Passport to use the Google OAuth. Alright, let's continue in the next video.